A severe storm system leaving a trail of damage across the Ohio and Tennessee valleys. Kentucky's governor declaring a state of emergency after homes were destroyed by tornadoes sweeping through the state. Yikes, that looks tough. And to continue with that, right now, more than 35 million people are under severe weather threat as that storm system pushes toward the East Coast. Let's get straight to our meteorologist, Elisa Raffa. Elisa, good morning. What should people be watching out for today?
We're still going to find that threat for damaging winds and a couple of tornadoes. But on top of that, we also have some winter alerts in effect with this system. Here's a look at the damage from the overnight. We've got at least 14 reported tornadoes from Illinois down into Tennessee, Kentucky, even Alabama and Georgia this morning. Wind reports as well, gusts up to 90 to 100 miles per hour. We still have tornado watches in effect this morning all the way down to the Florida Panhandle through parts of this afternoon as we continue to find this line of storms that can pack the damaging winds and the spin-up tornadoes. You can see we have a couple of tornado warnings right now in parts of southern Georgia where we can still see these spin-ups. The storm, though, stretches all the way up to the Great Lakes and then into the northeast. You've got heavy rain moving into Philadelphia and New York, snow swirling back into Chicago. It's a multi-hazard storm. The severe threat continues today. Damaging winds, large hail, isolated tornadoes possible from D.C. down to Tampa. You can see as the storm system continues to swirl, it will pack some winds that could really gust in the upper peninsula there of the Great Lakes, and that can pump some blizzard conditions possible with the snow. Again, heavy rain going into New England. Here's a look at the winter alerts from this winter storm warning stretching into Maine for about 5 to 15 inches of snow. There's that blizzard warning where we could have that snow coupled with some very gusty winds.
Happy spring. All right, Elisa Raffa, Thank you. I really appreciate it.
This morning, more than 35 million people along the East Coast under severe weather alerts. This is from the same system that spawned tornadoes and powerful storms in the South and Midwest overnight. One of those tornadoes touched down in Kentucky, ripping apart homes and leaving a trail of debris. Meteorologist Elisa Raffa joins us now. The sun is coming up in some of these areas. What are we seeing?
We can really see the damage that's left behind after 2 very active days for a lot of the country. We're looking at least 12 tornadoes reported just on the overnight last night, stretching from Kentucky, Tennessee, even down towards Georgia and Alabama. Some wind gusts reported as much as 90 to 100 miles per hour in some places. We still have a tornado watch in effect for southern Georgia, the Florida Panhandle through 1 o'clock this afternoon because we're still finding tornadoes spinning up along this line right now. We have a severe thunderstorm warning for parts of southern Georgia. The storm, though, stretches all the way up into New England and the Great Lakes. I mean, look at this. Heavy rain coming into New York and Philly, snow in Chicago, just wide-ranging problems. Flood watches in effect for most of Pennsylvania and New Jersey because we could get 1 to 3 inches of rain to come down pretty quickly. And this storm has so much spin to it. We've got wind alerts on either side of the storm, and with all of that spin, that's where we're getting the severe weather risk. So it continues today from D.C. down through Charleston, down to Orlando and Tampa for damaging winds primarily today. Large hail. Still can't rule out an isolated tornado. The storm system continues to spin through today. You can see the heavy rain slinging through some big cities along the East Coast from New York up to Boston. But that cold air starts to sandwich in from behind, so we start to get the mixing of the ice and the snow as we go through the next day or two. And yes, it is April. Look at the winter alerts for up to 1 foot of snow, even a blizzard warning up in parts of the Great Lakes.
All right, Elisa Raffa, 15 inches of snow in some parts of New England. Wow. All right, Kate?
It is April. It is time to be done with the snow.